Hello, hello. Welcome to Full Time from the MoeU University workshop. It's a Friday and it's another Friday live from the workshop. My name is Tocek, and of course I'm still in the midst of building my latest figure photo backdrop for Maru, the stunning 1/6 scale figure. It's standing behind me. I can show you. Here she is, sitting on her throne, and yeah, I'm now in the midst of building a little throne room for her, a little diorama, and we already made two pillars, the cornerstone, so to say, of this figure photo. And yeah, this is almost finished. There is a couple of paint layers missing, a few details, but basically those are the pillars. I can zoom in a bit onto those. So to appreciate this a bit more, we come from this. This was like the first draft. I didn't know exactly what to do with the clay, to this kind of final resort. So the base is printed with the 3D printer, and I covered it with clay and modeled it a bit so that it looks like a pillar, an ancient pillar. And then I added some paint to it, like it's almost like a ground color, a primer, so to say. And yeah, so the rest is still the inner filling of a cardboard box, and you can see on top that I've managed to temper out those channels, those flutes, with some clay, so that it looks a bit more like a pillar. Yeah. So now that the priming is done, I will add a few more details. I think this will go more into a gray color, like sandstone, or is it limestone? I don't know. But like when it's getting older and darker, because we can see this on the actual picture I've modeled it from, that it's like this dirty gray. So yeah. So do an announcement, and yeah, also you can already see it later in the stream. I've built this staircase as well. I mean, I hope you can see it. It's a bit like white on white, but those are like stairs from styrofoam, and she's currently sitting on those stairs. And here at the corner, I already started to cover up those styrofoam stairs with clay. So they will be modeled with clay. So let me just try to get this in focus. Yeah. So I know this technique from my previous figure photo with the dungeon, meshy dungeon, and I have to get this manually in focus. So now we have it. But this time I have the advantage that I don't need to add structure, because I wanted to have it as smooth as possible. Maybe I even sand this afterwards, because with the pillars I also sanded them off screen, because they looked really rough without the sanding, and the sanding is like a very nasty work step, so I just did this off stream. But now they are like really smooth, and I guess for a backdrop on a figure where basically the figure, let's be honest, is doing all the heavy lifting of this photo, it will be enough. So yeah, there in the background you can see a mystery parcel. Those are basically the props, or some of the props I will need for this photo, and they arrived today from good old Temu, and so we can unbox them later on in the stream. I'm curious about the things that are inside, and basically about the scale of those things, because this is always the case when you buy miniature stuff. Basically it most of the time it says like 1/12 because this is a super popular scale. But then again, a 1/12 scale for dollhouse is not really normed in any case. So it could be like really small, or it could be like kind of big. So yeah, basically sometimes it doesn't matter if you just need it for an empty dollhouse where you don't have like a good scale of a reference of scale. But if you need it for like a figure and you want to have a figure interact with these things, then it might be better in the correct scale. Even when it's a scale figure, it's more important, of course, because with an Android is a silly little thing because their bodies are like really tiny. I guess like 1/12 scale, but the heads are big, so it kind of balances it out a bit. But if this is a proper scale figure, then you really want to have the things look not comically large or comically small. So yeah, so I'm curious if I can use those miniatures in there and other stuff as well. So yeah, I have my cup of tea. It's a black tea. It's a Vienna apple strudel tea. It's like basically a black tea with like apple and cinnamon taste. So, but it's still a bit hot, so we'll set it aside. And I want to start with another detail paint layer on those pillars because they have to dry. And while they dry, we can unbox and then, of course, also continue with the clay outer shell of the staircase. So this is basically what I have in mind for today's stream. And yeah, that's what we want to do today. So I hope I can make this, and we will have a great time today for the next like 3 or 4 hours. But let's be honest, it more or less will be 4 hours because the workshop streams are always a bit longer in duration, and I most of the time go into overtime anyway. So okay, so now I need a color. So let me change the camera so that you can see what's going on. Bring you close in on the action like this. Okay, I guess that's good. So this is the color I used for priming those pillars, and I think I will start a new batch because honestly I don't need this much anymore, but I will still start a new batch from this. This is leftover paint from the MoeU University logo. It's like a sand yellow, it's like ochre. And I will mix in some gray, and hopefully I can achieve the color I want to have. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. I guess I will add some gray here. This is like still. Hola! Hola, hola, keeper of the pond. So. How's it going? Oh no, I spilled some paint. What a shame. So, and I'm already running out of tissues. I'm doing great. It's Friday, so this means I can stay up late and sit in the workshop all night and build stuff. So, okay, it's clean again. So now see if we can... Yeah. Okay. This almost looks nice. It's a nice gray. It's a nice warm gray. Exactly what I had in mind for the pillar. Yeah, it's Wochenende. Hoch die Hände, Wochenende. Ah ja. Making some dinner. Oh, what's for dinner? Anything fancy? Here. Because my dinner is basically everyday bread. Or today I had some toast. Because I don't see the point of making dinner for myself. It's just like one day each week I'm making a proper meal for myself. Mostly on Sunday, but all the other days I just eat bread or toast or not even some leftovers, because there are no main things to begin with, so there aren't leftovers. Okay, so I might bring this down a bit in terms of thickness. Adding some water here. And so now the brush, we don't need this big brush anymore, because I now want to basically paint the finer details. Oh. Pasta with tomato sauce and tuna. Oh, that's an easy dish. I like this. Tuna is also my go-to when I like cook on the weekends. Goes with everything. You can make like some pasta, you can make a pesto, you can make onigiri, you can throw it onto a pizza. Like it's really good. Yeah, like honey, I like this. So okay, pillar. Let's see. Edamame. Ooh, that's like. Is this almost the same color? Come on. I mean, it's a bit different, but honestly, I ended up with the same color. Almost. How could this happen to me? I need it much darker. Because this is just the same. Oh god. Okay. Now that's a lot of black, so... let's see. Okay, so now it's getting much darker. Yeah, you can keep the cans forever. That's also a benefit of tuna cans. One of the few things worth buying when there are when there is like a, you know, buy two get two or something like that, like a promotion of some sort. So now it's like really dark gray. So how does this fare? Ah, okay, I guess. So basically I mix together some colors, and not only do I receive a different shade each time, it also gets more and more of the same, so I end up with much more than I actually need. But that's okay, I guess. Earlier this week I was shopping for some model building tools, like spray cans and paint and whatnot, and they had like testing pieces, like small plastic testing pieces where you can test your colors, how they, you know, how they are on when you apply them onto like some ABS. And they had the shape of like corgi butts. So the rear end of a corgi dog. So you can paint it and see how it looks like. Oh, this is much better. This is much better. So now we are talking. Maybe a bit more water. Okay. That's so funny. So I guess I can bring up the camera a bit, like this. Haha. So I also tinkered a bit with the music, because last time I had this annoying commercials playing over and over again. Don't know exactly why. It went well like for all the time, and now suddenly there's ads. And I looked into it, and apparently there is no real solution for the browser implementation when you add a browser source to OBS. So I just now I play this from a normal browser window, but as a sound thing. So there should be no commercials. But then again, I now hear the sound from the browser through my headphones, because I cannot. You must be able to hear me talking over the sound, and when I'm quiet the sound will pick up in volume, but I don't hear this, so my music is constantly the same volume. And yeah. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Especially on the copyright end of things. So, yeah. And since this is now the color I had in mind, I can repaint it as it is, and later I can add some finer details, like light and some shadows. Maybe I can bring out those flutes a bit more, but because now they are not really that distinct and not big enough. Wish they were a bit bigger, but then I had to use other cardboard and there was none, so it is like it is. But still, yeah. Also the backside is kinda ugly, but it doesn't really matter because you won't see it on the photo. I mean, it's a bit of a silly thing to do that I also, most of the time I also paint the back sides, and I have them look nicer than they should look, or they have to look. And of course this takes an enormous amount of time. It's the same with the staircase. I will cover it in clay, and basically if everything goes according to plan, most of it will be covered with a red velvet piece of fabric. So once again, you won't see the actual clay. But then again, since I can't be too sure what exactly is visible in the photo and what not, I tend to do more than it is necessary. I mean, if this would be like a proper display set that is a constant installation somewhere, I had to be much more delicate and exact, but right now I just wing it. But now this looks like the pillar on the photo. At least color-wise. So yeah. Just basically a browser source. So I added a browser source and I copied the YouTube link into the browser source, what meant that I don't have to have the window constantly open to play it, and it basically tells the PC to look to this website, and you can separately, you know, adjust the audio and the volume, what was really nice. But apparently this is not the way to go, because there is no real way to have this without like commercials or to add an ad block. Of course there is always the way to use an ad block from the source, like a Pi hole or something with a Raspberry Pi, but honestly I didn't want to go into this. Yeah. So Origin adblock, is this like straight from the router, or is it like I do? Because now it's like capturing the sound direct from my browser. It's a Brave browser, and yeah, I don't have problems with ads normally. But it also now means that I can't close the window, because if I close the window, the sound will also be off in the stream. So it's a plugin for Firefox. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Yeah, you can close the window. So, and before I could close the window, and the funny thing is, it worked like for 1 month. I never had an issue with commercials, except for the start. When you loaded OBS, then there was like the obligatory 1 or 2 YouTube commercials, but that was fine. You just let them play out and then they were gone. But last time I streamed, like, there were commercials every 5 to 10 minutes or so. So it was very strange. So, and basically the more sophisticated solution to this problem would be to install an ad block from the source, like from a DSI, or is it DSN thingy. But honestly, that's too technical for me. I never made my major in network technician, so I don't know how to do this. I would have to ask some friends, and also I had to buy a Raspberry Pi. So. But I guess this works fine too. I also was thinking about just downloading some tracks and have my own playlist. This would be like the plan B. And then again, the question is, why is plan B always the better one? Why even bother with plan A? Yeah. But other than this, I'm currently quite happy with the setup. So I guess the next step will be to add some intro to the workshop stream as well, when I find a bit of time to do it, because right now I'm either down here or up in the studio and working on my latest figure review. So yeah, but at least I will try to like set aside one day of the week where I use 1 or 2 hours to look into streaming stuff like OBS or doing some bot things. Or lately I found out how to add those Twitch panels under your site or under your profile. I mean, it's easy, but I didn't find this toggle, so I was like, huh, how do you do this? And then I asked the internet and they showed me how to add some panels, because I wasn't quite sure if this is once again a feature I can't use because of like affiliated stuff and premium and whatnot. So yeah. On the side, are you posting somewhere that your streams are starting? Sometimes I do. Sometimes. But more often than not. But yeah, I should do this. I should do this. So, but actually, okay, yeah, I mean, I get my own notifications without any issues, but I almost missed 1 or 2 of your streams because I didn't get a notification in time. So yeah, but yeah, I will look into this as well. I also wanted to do a live stream from the studio at Sunday, but then I realized that Sunday is like not a good time slot, at least this Sunday. So I asked Oki if he can come over on Saturday for a build stream. So I guess we will stream tomorrow as well, doing some plastic model building. And since I don't want to paint while he is building, I will start with a new kit as well. So yay. And if I have time and can get up early morning tomorrow, I might do the video or the content I wanted to stream from the studio as a video. So I will just record it. I might even edit it a bit, and then I can play it in the live stream as a video. So, because honestly, I just wanted to give a little update about current projects, what I did in January, what figures I might have received or pre-ordered, and also maybe I will now look at all the figures released in January and pick my favorites, so that I don't have to do this for like all figures next New Year's Eve, so that it doesn't take like 5 hours. So maybe I can narrow it down already to like 10 figures each month, and then look at all 10 figures at the end of the year. So and based on this agenda, the stream would have taken only like 20 to 30 minutes, and I don't think this is necessary to stream, so maybe I will record it and show it as a video. But maybe I will also oversleep, and yeah, then there will be no video, who knows. And also my OBS upstairs on the PC is now a mess as well, because I basically use it to test things, and so all the scenes and the overlays are not ready for use, I would say. They have to be tidied up a bit, and so yeah. Because that's the problem. Everything I do as a testing, I have to duplicate here at in the workshop if I want to use it. So yeah, it's like homework from school. You do something in school, and then you come home and you have to do it all over again as a part of a homework. So it feels like this. So you learn something new, and then at the evening in the workshop you have to replicate it on the second PC. So any plans for the weekend? Are you going to play some Power Wash Simulator for us again, or just more, what it is, like a Sea of Thieves, or what was it? The pirate game. I mean, currently I'm just hoping for a change of weather, because basically the whole January was freezing cold outside. We almost never had a day with positive degrees. So yeah, it's always freezing outside, so cold. The streets are covered in ice, because right now there is like mist, and it instantly freezes all over the streets. And there is also no snow to enjoy as well, because it snowed like 3 weeks ago, and now everything on the sides of the streets, there are like those piles of basically just ice. It looks a bit like in your freezer cabinet if you don't remove the ice over time. So this is now the whole outside looks like a ice-packed freezer. Very ugly. And it's so cold. Usually I don't mind the cold, but when it's like constantly like this, I don't know. It gets old very quick. Plans for the weekend. Yes, I was thinking about the stream if my cough is gone. And so far it looks good. Then on Sunday I will go out for coffee with a friend. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, you do the thing with like finding some new coffee places. That's awesome. So today was this article I found online from a restaurant, an Indian restaurant, and it looked very good, but it's in Salzburg of all places. So I was like, huh. I mean, that's a place I almost never go. So, but it looked really good. So I was thinking about, should I drive to Salzburg for like a weekend? And if so, I guess I have to use the train, because going there by car almost makes no sense, because the train route is very it's very fast, because it's just one direction. So basically, if I'm driving, the train will be even faster, because, yeah. Power saving mode, oh no. Yeah, basically you have the thing where you want to discover new coffee places, new coffee shops. So that's a really cool thing. Maybe I will do it if the weather gets a bit nicer, because right now I really don't want to go outside that much. I mean, I still do my daily walks, but yeah, they are definitely not so fun right now than they normally are. I mean, it's not shit, it's just really cold, so... And at least now you can also notice the difference in daylight. Basically, it's 1 hour more daylight already at night, in the evening. So yeah, that's quite good. I would say spring is come again, but then again, it doesn't look, or at least feels that way right now. Yeah, I can't touch it. It's covered in paint. That's the worst part of painting, that you have a spot you can't paint, because otherwise you will get yourself covered in paint, so you have to leave the spot out and come back later. So this is what it makes, it takes even longer. So okay, so now, just for to have peace of mind, I will try to paint some details into this with another brush and another paint jar. I guess I have to start a new one. Let's see. Oh, where do I have one? Where do I have one? Is this okay? This is like green. This is... I can use this. Or can I? Can I use this? I guess. Where is my black? So the figure is living very dangerous here. On the edge of this shelf. Something drops down. It's bye-bye figure. Okay, so I need this to be a bit darker. So I need the color to be a bit darker than the other one. And I will paint the insides of the flutes. I guess that's fine. That's enough. Okay. An even smaller brush. Oh, maybe this looks fine. Okay. Okay, enjoy your dinner. Have a good appetite. I will be here all night. So the trick would be to basically stay on the inside. Okay. Does this look better or does this look worse? Let's see. Can't decide yet. I hope they will look even better when we add a bit of the color details. I guess next week I will also already start working on the miniatures, like the cannon. I will print out the barrel and then I will craft the base of the cannon with some wood and maybe also like thinner cardboard, whatever is faster and does look better. So, okay. I mean, this brush isn't awful, but it could be better. Okay. Okay, so how does this look? Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe it's a bit too dark because the light source is missing. No, it's going to. I hope it's lighten a bit, but basically I will just add highlights as well. So I got there was this. I had to laugh because there was this great commercial from the department store for the hardware store lately, because they always do great commercials where somebody is like painting a wall. It was just a radio commercial, so you didn't see anything, but a guy was painting a wall, and this was just a radio play. So, and he said to himself like, this will lighten once it dry. At least I hope so. And that's exactly what you're always thinking, because you can't really judge wet paint, so you always have to wait a bit and see how it looks when it's dry. And also, like, the camera isn't really the best, at least if I film it like this. I can zoom in a bit, so maybe it picks up a few more details, but for the eye it looks a bit different, of course. That's the downside of having not really good cameras installed. So yeah, but let's see. I mean, I have this shade, and now I might try some lighter tones. Got my hands dirty, but this doesn't matter. And I will now try some lighter shades. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's dry already, so I can paint like this. Even better, so even better. Let's see what this puppy can do. Okay. I mean, the cool thing is you don't really have to let it dry all that well, because sometimes it's even better if you mix together the wet paint to get a more natural looking what is it called, like a gradient of some sort. Basically you just paint and paint and paint until you're satisfied. So it's just layer after layer. Somewhen it will look good, and then you have to stop, because if you paint then over this point it starts to look shit again. So yeah, it's like the old tale of picture is safe, picture is ruined, picture is safe, picture is ruined. You have to know when to stop and cash out your chips. Yeah, it's mayonnaise. Hmm. I bought some today, so I could. Maybe this is the way to go. If I'm running out of primer white, I can use the MoeU to paint it. But now we are looking quite... It's always funny how one layer of paint or one detail of paint can change the whole thing. That would explain why you have to destroy your sets all the time. Yes, yes, yes. I had this small sushi store diorama, this little dollhouse of a sushi restaurant, and for the rice bowls I used real rice grains, and yeah, it stayed for a few years, but it didn't smell or anything, but it was just some cooked leftover rice in those bowls. So where's the dark one? There's the dark one, okay. So let's see. I mean, you would think that it doesn't apply to mayonnaise, but I have this QP mayonnaise for this Asian brand mayonnaise, and I don't use it that much because I don't use, like I said, I don't cook for myself, so I have it in my fridge, and for like 1 year, and I still eat it. And we did this all the time, and also with the dressing, the what was it called, the sesame dressing. It's also like, it's an open bottle, and then on all those open bottles it says like once opened, consume within like 2 or 3 days, and for me it's always like, yeah, more like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, but I mean, at some point you would think that even in the fridge it will become like not savory anymore, like, but it tastes the same, it looks the same, I don't get sick, so I don't know. And on every package, even like if it's like lemon juice, like 100% lemon juice, it says once opened, consume within like 2 or 3 days, and it stays in the fridge for like months and years, so I really don't want to know what's in those. Can you even call it a food anymore? It's like all the chemicals. It's like the hamburger from McDonald's that basically can just never go stale or become moldy. Just stays as it is. Just gets hard, but it doesn't rot away. So, because normally if you buy a jar of mayonnaise and you enjoy eating it or you need it a lot, you will consume it within like at least 2 or 3 weeks, but since I don't, where is my brush? There it is. I'm the same, through the condiments last for such a long time, unless I forgot them outside, like I have them on the table for the barbecue in summer while everybody gets drunk. So if I clean next day and then I went to like a 5 years in the fridge, nothing. One night of drinking, it died. Yeah. Yeah, of course heat is not really good, like should be careful with that. So, okay, I don't want to continue with this because I just wanted to see how it looks. And I mean, it's okay. I mean, this is like, this is unpainted, painted, unpainted, unpainted. So yeah, I guess that's good enough. That's really good enough for what I try to achieve. Maybe I'll wash over it again with a lighter color, like a very watery color mix. But other than that, that's okay. So we have some light, we have some shadows, and of course there is also the natural light. It's not an illustration. I have lighting sources. I just don't have to paint all the light reflections in, because at some point I will add some. Okay, so yeah, so that's good. Let's see how it looks with the figure. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. So now I have to prime this as well, make it quick, and then we can unbox the props, and then I go to the trouble of covering the base with clay, because then my fingers will be dirty, and I just... Okay, so where is my focus? Come on. Yes. That's good. Or not. Okay, fine. I'll do it like this. Okay. Is this the right color? No, it's not the right color. This is the right color. So yeah. So once again, painting takes so much time. The building is almost always very easy and very quick, but then painting stuff takes so much time. So when I'm done with the columns, I will just cover the base where she sits with clay. I already did the basic structure and started to cover it off screen a bit, just to see how it works. Yeah, and once this is done, I will just add a few props and the cannon, and then maybe do the photo. I also might add some plants in the background, like some small palm trees, but I don't build them. I won't build them. So what happened to the music? Let's see. Ah, okay. So now the browser is saying, do you want to still listen to the music? So, so I guess I have to just download it and play it from a local playlist, just to be sure. So I just want to cover this as quickly as I can with the right color. So that I can move on. But I think there are those miniature palm trees, plant thingies in the garden center, so I will add those to the background. And after the shooting I can keep the plants and nurture them. Also, the cold weather is not really good for the plants we have in the greenhouse, because we started to measure the temperature inside and we found out that it basically does nothing in terms of isolation. So then we started to try to heat the greenhouse with candles, like those big candles you use at the graveyards, and this also did basically nothing. And one such candle is kind of expensive, so if you have 2 of them lit at all time, so you're basically just burning your money away. And now we bought a small electric heater, and now we are heating the greenhouse, and now it stays within like positive degrees, but still I'm just wasting so much energy right now. So basically heating the greenhouse one day takes the equivalent amount of kilowatt hours to heat my entire house. So yeah. So I hope it will get warmer soon. But right now it doesn't really look that way. So okay. Okay. So I have to leave the base as it is. and set it and forget it. Okay. So now I'll just have to wash my hands and the brushes, and after that I will come back and we unbox the props and see if we can use them or not. I hope so too. It's not as cold here as it is down there in Austria, but after being sick, I would like some proper temperature. Yeah, sure. And also, once we have like 5 degrees Celsius, now it must feel like 20 degrees, because it's coming from such a low base point, so that it will feel like summer even if it's just 5 degrees. So okay, I'll just go on a little break and come back with clean hands and with a fresh cup of tea, and then I will unbox the props. See you in a minute. Okay, back again with like kinda clean hands. So, okay, I guess we already have seen this. I can throw this away, so I have to don't keep it around anymore. So now let's see what's inside the box. Yeah, I know that the break screen, it's either this or nothing, so it's a deliberate choice. Okay, so let's see. Do I need some? I guess I need some knife or something. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? I don't even know what I ordered, so... That's huge. What is it? Oh, over is here. Ah, the skeleton. My Halloween decoration is arriving late again. Mysterious pouch. What are those? And why are there 3 of them? Second skeleton. I mean, there might be underwear in here as well, so... Okay, I can see some stuff. Ooh, okay. So much stuff. Why did I order all this? What the fuck? So is it empty? It's empty. Okay, so I don't know what this is. We will discover this later. Okay, so those are flags. I ordered them. I can recall. Those are just black flags, and you can't buy them separately. So I had to buy like 10 of them. So yeah. I just need one, but you know. So this is just a black flag. And because it's a black flag. Twitch is acting up, can't see the stream because of lag, and sometimes it doesn't let me post in the chat. Oh no! You can watch on YouTube, so maybe it works on YouTube. So let me see the Twitch. Ah, okay. Okay. So yeah, don't know. Yeah, so the black flag. So her logo is just a white heart with an arrow through on a black flag. So we'll just apply this on this and just stick it behind her throne. Looks like this. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, so we have like 10 of those flags. Awesome. They're a bit stiff, so maybe I just have to wash them. Okay, so flags. Awesome. Set it aside. So, and then I have all those treasures, I would call them. Gold things, shiny things. There is just a golden pot. How to present like this? A golden pot. Things are falling down. It's treasure, yeah. I mean, that's not so bad because we need. It's a pirate. We need some treasure. Some slightly stereotypical treasure. There is a bust, a golden bust, like from a naked woman or something. No, it's not naked. She has a tunic or something. But this is really solid. That's like good quality. That's really heavy. Is it gold? Maybe it's real gold. So it's worth something. You can hear it. That's proper metal. I'm impressed. All the good lead. I can do a close-up cam, sure, why not? Let me see. So should I use this one? Yes, I can use this one. So going like, we focus on the treasure pile. We can do it here on the top. Okay. Go in. Okay. So we have this. Treasure. Then we have keys. Tons of keys, small keys. Can fill them here. That's okay. What's this? It's like you get a ton of free zip bags. That's for sure. Always nice to have them. Oh, that's the. What is it called in English? The lamp? Is it just a lamp? It's just called a lamp, is it? From Aladdin. The Aladdin lamp. Is it? And let me see if it's a. That's not a bad scale for her, actually. Let me show this to you. So that's not a bad scale. This is proper. An oil lamp. So, okay. Oh, and there is a trident. Yeah, a trident. It's like a keychain. I found this in the right scale as a keychain. So it's really big. But it could work as a 1.8, 1.7, even maybe 1.6. No, 1.6 scale is too little, but Like for 1.7, that's a nice trident. But it must be an awful keychain because it's so pointy. But why? Okay. So this is empty as well. Then we have a few. Yeah, it's a nice trident. And we have a bag in a bag with some tiny cups. Those are tiny, but I already knew that they were tiny, but those were the only cups I could find. So this is more like really normal dollhouse scale, like for Nandroids and stuff. But still, those are cups. I think I still have a treasure chest somewhere, and if not, I will build one because it's an easy thing to build. Oh. Auf X. Okay, this is one of those bags that can't be closed. Can't even be open. So. Ah, okay, it's a compass. Okay. Okay, this one looks shit. That's the first thing that looks shit. Okay. So this is basically one of those pendants we made by ourselves back in the days when we still had an artist booth at the conventions. But yeah, maybe I can pry it open and get it out, because I was looking for a compass that is in the right scale, but I couldn't find anything. So yeah, it's a bit shiny, but still. I mean, the only other compasses I could find were like real functioning tools, like this big. But those were still too big. Okay, those are like cheap plastic idols. Let me, like those. They are like now really cheap toy thingies. I mean, they look kinda okay-ish, especially for a photo in the background. Some real Indiana Jones things. He can nap from a grave or something. But yeah, it's a treasure. But they are plastic, so they are not metal. They feel cheap, but yeah. And then of course we have. I'm not an idiot. Okay, this is also not good, but let me see. I have this one. That's the same tub, and that's clean, because it's the coins. Haha, they look great, honestly. Is this, and that's also a perfect scale, I would say. That is a perfect scale. I can even, okay, look at this. Let me put this in her hand. And now we can look at the figure again. I mean, she has her hands like closed, but can we get it in focus? Yes. Okay. So, but they are perfect skies, like a real coin. Because I wasn't sure how big this is. You can't really tell from the pictures. Either it's too big or it's too small. But those are really nice coins. So could even like maybe with some glue, I can add it to her knuckles, like when you like make some coin tricks with your fingers. I can't do this, but some people can let the coin wander through their hands. So yeah, so awesome. But those are like only 200 pieces. I wasn't quite sure how much 200 pieces is, but it's not that much. Maybe I will order another batch. But they are really nice and shiny. So, and that's the thing with those dollhouse miniatures. I mean, sure, you can produce them by your own. You can stamp out a few cardboard bits. You can even print them on your own. But what's the point? I mean, this batch costs like what, 2 or 3 euros? I'm not sure, but it's like a significant, negligent amount of money. So why bother with like doing it yourself? So yeah, so we can just leave this as it is. Okay, those are the coins. Then I have some more keys. I guess they are still in there. Okay, and now we have what's in there? Yeah, I'm using more filament than 3 euros. And also my printer wouldn't be happy to print such small items. I've tried this with stuff for the Christmas card and it was okay, but it's still a bit of a gamble. So, oh, okay. So now to something completely different. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure that's everything is gonna be okay. Thank you. Yeah, with some cringe-ass graphic over here, miniature model. So these are our baking supplies, and the idea was to buy this for my smart doll, and so yeah. So I'm not quite sure if this looks good. I have to check because it's a bit small, but it was the best thing I could find. Also for the smart doll, because it's not for my smart doll, but it's for my mother's smart doll. Because she has a birthday next week. I mean, my mother, not the smart doll, of course. And so I wanted to gift her some bakery tools for her doll. So I found a baking tray model. This one I can print. Why is the knife not doing anything? So and I found this mixing bowl, and that's a good mixing bowl. That's a good smart doll size, I would say, because I know it from the beer steins I bought for them earlier last year, and that's okay. So I don't have a smart doll hand down here, but this is basically a good mixing bowl. It even has some Chinese characters on it, so half full, and yeah. So and if we get this one, let me see. I mean, that's a spoon. It's a bit small, I would say, but okay. This one is already broken, okay. But doesn't matter. So I have to check if this does work. So we don't need this. Set it aside. And then what is still left is 2 white shirts. Those are 2 like sleeveless shirts. And those are skeletons. I just bring out the camera a bit more because we don't need the small stuff anymore. Those are skeletons. So maybe I can either use the whole skeleton. This plastic is really something. Can't open it. Spooky, scary skeletons. So either way I can use the whole skeleton or just parts of it for the picture. And the idea was maybe to have it dressed with the shirt. and paint red stripes on it, so to have it look like the generic pirate outfit, because this is also the outfit of Marin's fans. So yeah, and I bought some like this because this was the only set where there is a blue trousers in them, so I don't really need this other stuff like a yellow guitar with a plastic thing. Oh god, this feels so cheap, but those are the trousers for the skeleton, so maybe this works. I could. I have even some other clothes here as well, but yeah, those are really cheap, but I only need the trousers and the white shirt, so, and then a red bandana, but maybe I will also use only parts of the skeleton. And after this I can still use it as a Halloween decoration. It's surprisingly posable. You can really make a sneaky skeleton here. Or doing some dance moves, like some with like the hands. Look at it go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a dancing skeleton. Oh yeah, it's a dancing skeleton. Yeah. So it can't quite do the robot, but only in one direction, because it can't do T-pose. It can T-pose, but it can't like do, yeah. But yeah, that's okay. That's an okay skeleton. And also it's as big as they would say. So it's a bit bigger than the figure, but I was aware of that. So it was worth a try, I would say. So I bought 2 of them, so that it doesn't go lonely. And I have like some miniature doll clothes now, so yeah. But yeah, overall, let me just get this out here. I mean, that's an okayish guitar. You can still upcycle this, add some details and some paint to it, so it's okay. So those are the miniatures. Some of them are for the photo, some not. And now we have some plastic stuff. I will just use this one here, and yeah, that's correct. There are people that are taller than her. Basically, she is also like a very small character, or a very small YouTuber person in compared to other. So she's like, what's it called? 5 feet, 5'2" or something like this. So it's on the short side. So yeah. I mean, most of your typical anime characters are kind of short, so checks out. Okay, so now let me just throw away a couple things, and then we can continue building. Into the garbage it goes. Treasure. The flags are good. So I just need the cannon. I will build it myself, because you won't find a cannon in this scale. Okay, so let me secure all those things. We can just let the skeleton stand here for a while. The other one is... Oh, okay, what's inside of those packages? I almost forgot. What's inside those huge packets? What is this? And why are there 3 of them? Oh, I now remember. Oh, wow. Really, those are like, oh god, I just ordered 3 of them because I thought it was just one piece, but apparently there are tons of them inside. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, it's not moss. It's like, you would never know what this is. It's also for another photo. I thought like, maybe I can use this because I had an idea. Those are like mannequins, but not like the creepy ones, just where you can put your clothes on. Like, is it called a sewing doll? I don't know. It's like the silhouette of a woman. So, and you have a stand with it. And the thing is, okay. This was just, I thought this is just one piece like this, and I've ordered 3 of them, and apparently this is one package. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is it 7? Oh no, it's 8. Okay, this makes more sense. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Die 8 mal wieder. So 3 times 8 is like what, 20, 24? Oh my god. So I have 24 of those things. I mean, it's not bad because I wanted to have wanted to make a display, like a show display. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I can put on the shirt on those, but yeah, that's a surprise. That, what's this? What's those small parts? I mean, the one goes in the back. So yeah, like C and R. So I wanted to make a scene like this with Jill from Valhalla. This goes in the back, but I don't. How? Just glue it, or what's this part? I don't know. Huh? What the fuck? Okay. There is a slit where this thing should stay, but I don't know how to mount it. I mean, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, 1 of each hour for the day. So yeah, okay, I guess it's cool that I have more than 3, because I might need 4 or 5, I don't know, but I don't need like 24 of them, but yeah. But okay, cool. I mean, they feel cheap, no doubt, but then again, this only costs also like a couple bucks, so it's okay. And I think they have those like, have a very stylish look to them, almost like a futuristic vibe, like you would find in a cyberpunk environment. So I thought it was fitting for Jill. Because if you played Valhalla, the bartender simulation, you might also know that you can buy some outfits for Jill. And maybe she goes window shopping with her coat. So yeah, those are 3 sets of the same thing. So I will just get rid of those packages so that I have a bit more space, and I come back in a minute. So see you. Okay. So now I have space again. Just let me refill my teacup, and then we can carry on through the night. What is the clock saying? Okay, 10:37 p.m. It's not so bad. And what does the pillar do? Yeah. It's getting better and better. So just have to move this aside so that I can bring this in. So let's see. So those are the stairs I've built. I guess it's hard to see because it's like white, but trust me, those are stairs. And I will now cover them with clay like I did on this corner here. Oh shit. This was not good. I pressed the home button. Because why is the home button in the middle? I don't get it. So yeah. I've already added some clay over here to those stairs to have them look more nice, not like styrofoam. And yeah. So let's see how we do this. So, okay. Bring this in here. Now let the mess begin. So I don't know where to start, but I think I will just go step by step, quite literally, and not do it all the steps at once or with all the details. Yeah, come here. So we are like here. Okay. Because I already want to adapt for the curvature of things, so that I don't have to cut away so much material. Of course I used a bit I already used to cut the stairs. Oh, that's a bit too less. Okay, so I need more. Need it a bit broader. It's okay. I guess. Yeah, I'm putting more clay on the stairs now. So basically I have to cover the whole structure. So and I try to have it mask it like almost perfect because I don't want to form it that much. I just want to have clean sheets of clay. It's dangerously. I had a brush somewhere, yeah, here, where I can just brush over with some water. So I guess I can do it over here, so. Oh no, something fell to the floor. Where did it go? It got all the way down there, oh god. How? How is this even possible? So I'm just... Let me see if I can get this a bit better in focus. So, get this camera. Bring it over here. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Get this out of the way. Coming up right here. Okay. That's quite good. And here I can work. Okay. So I know this technique from my previous project. The only benefit here is that I don't have to add structure to the clay. Quite the contrary, I want to have it as smooth as possible, so... I mean, I guess I have to sand it afterwards, but still. Where is my water? Okay. So here you can also see the difference between like the dried clay and the wet clay. The wet clay, of course, is much darker and more gray. And once it dries out, it will become white. And I add some grooves, so to have it look like kind of tiles or bigger slabs of whatever material this should resemble. Maybe marble stairs or granite. It's more like granite, huh? Marble stairs are not like common. I guess it's granite if you had this smooth surface. I could spray paint it, yes, but I don't think it looks quite well, because the styrofoam I'm using is like normal packaging styrofoam, and it has some ugly texture to it, I think. So if I cover it with clay, afterwards I can just paint it and add some fine details, and yeah. I mean, I don't know, I think it looks nicer on the photo. It looks more realistic. Because of course you can fake texture, but then again, if you use the real materials or something that is near to the real material, like stone or wood or something like this, it looks way nicer, even on the picture. So, but then of course, if you could just, you could just like add with a hot knife, add some grooves in there and some details, and then just spray paint it. But I just do unnecessary work maybe. And on this part, like from the top here or down to the bottom, like here in the middle, this might be covered with red velvet, like on the original picture with the stairs. So let me just switch to another view, so I can bring down the original picture so that we can have a look at this. Let's see, those are the stairs, and here we have the red velvet carpet. So yeah, so now I destroyed the display. So yeah, that's good. The only stressful thing is to have it like in the same thickness as all the other parts. So, but other than this goes quite quick. At least I hope so. Because covering the whole dungeon with clay was quite the workload, but this I think will be quick. Yeah, it's like marble is not the the right material. Granite. So I guess I just overlaps. Ah, that's easy peasy. With this tempo, I'm ready. I'm ready at dawn. So it's not even frustrating or anything. It's just really quick. Let me add this. So marble would be the right material for a palace. Most stairs in that age would be marble if you're rich enough. 17th, 18th century. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, granite it will be then. Yeah, it's getting late. Have a good rest. Thank you for stopping by. And next Friday you can see how things did develop. Or maybe tomorrow. I will show it to Oki as well. So, have a nice night. Bye. That's too thin. Don't like it. Okay. So I guess I can work with that. It's almost quick, I gotta say. Quick and dirty method. This won't take a whole day, just a couple hours. So the first row is completed. At least the upper part, so. Still have to cover this side here and this, and then all the other steps as well. So let's continue. Still can't believe that I got like 24 of those display mannequins. So now I can drink the tea. Oh. Because not gonna lie, the first sip was painful. Because I'm always forgetting that it's scorching hot right off the thermos. I mean, it even stays warm 24 hours later. So this is actually kinda amazing. How well isolated this is. I wish my greenhouse was as well isolated. Then I wouldn't need to dump so much electricity into this thing and heating it. But hopefully the cold will be gone soon. Oh. So let me just check real quick about the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it stays in this playlist. Fine. Very fine, very good. So, yeah. Okay. It's always like not the right angle to attach it through, so it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? It's a shame that I can't connect it so well. Let's see. Okay, I can make a really nice edge with my fingers like this. Good to know, good to know. So I don't have to be as exact. Okay. Yeah, God. don't want to use new material, but I guess at some point I have to. So I guess I will stay on for another hour onto the stream. Don't think I will finish this flight of stairs today. But I want to at least have all the upper surfaces done by today. And do the rest maybe next week. But next week will be kind of busy, so I don't know if I have time for it. But basically that's the thing with those figure sets, with those backdrops. It takes so long to build them. So it's crazy effort, and you have almost no results to show most of the time. So the people see just the finished photo and think, okay, that's a cool picture, but if you would tell them that you worked like 200 hours on this backdrop, they would say, okay, that's a bit crazy. I mean, couldn't you just use a photo or something as a backdrop? I mean, most of the time I could, but it's more fun to build stuff, I think. And then also it's sometimes it's nice if the things have a physical presence as well. Because the trained eye would immediately see if the background is just a photo or if it's really there. I mean, it even makes a difference if it's just a monitor, like you have a photo on a TV or on a monitor, and place the figure in front, or if you just print out this picture. Of course, then it has to be a really large print, and use it as a backdrop. Even this would make a difference. And of course, the trained eye can see if it's just a photo background or if it's really there. So, doesn't mean that the photo would look not as nice or wouldn't have the same effect or would have a cool effect. It's just you can tell that it's a photo or just a screen. I mean, sometimes this effect is even preferable. If you want to have like a stage background where in real life they also use like beamers and like CRTs and stuff like this, you might want to have this effect, so why not? Why not use your monitor to do it? In the end of the day, the photo has to look good. If the photo doesn't look good or appealing, it doesn't really matter if you have built a physical background that looks doesn't look right or good. It was just a waste of time then. But what should I say? I'm a sucker for practical effects. also wanted to make a video on my private channel, where I use about the use of AI and my stance on it. So maybe I'll do this in the near future. Do a little video entry. So because I have to say that more and more I find usage for certain AI tools. And I think it's kind of interesting, or it's amazing that we now achieved this, what I have always wanted to have, like computer voice recognition to be, that you can speak in your own cadence, in your own terms, and the chatbot or the program is understanding you. So, because let's be honest, like voice recognition things and hardware, oh, hi there, Vengeance, welcome to the stream. So yeah, so like I said, voice recognition tools. I mean, my television back then had voice recognition, and my navigation system had voice recognition, but if you want to use it, you have to remember certain phrases, certain command phrases, and I always find it tedious to learn them. But now I can just simply say, do this, do that, and it understands what I want to do, at least most of the time. And even if I stutter or don't find the right words, it still works most of the time. So we are coming closer and closer to this futuristic, like Jarvis assistant from Iron Man. I always kind of liked it. But had a nice touch. If you can say, hey, computer, do this and that, and it does. But then again, most of the times when I ask complicated things to do it on my phone, or you know, like in certain applications, it says, oh, I can't do this, not because I can't understand or I can't tell what you want, because I don't have the permission to do it. So I mean, maybe it's better this way, so that the AI programs don't have permission to use all our gadgets to the fullest. But then, well, I mean, the other day I was just prompting After Effects expressions. I wanted to have like a certain animation expressions, and I know that you can achieve those things with expressions, but I don't know how to write them. And if I would have looked up this information on like forums, it would have taken me hours. Because I know this, I don't have any skill in programming, like even basic code. And each time I search for scripts, you find bits here, bits there, and it doesn't work much. But then I just prompted, hey, give me a script that does this and that, and it did in seconds, and it worked. So, and if I want to look into it, it even gave me explanation how it works. So gotta say, this is amazing. So I guess like for programming, simple stuff, for somebody like me who can't wrap his head around coding and program language. I mean, I tried to learn Python for a while, but it's always like this. It starts very easy. The first few lectures I can understand, I can follow, but then it goes like a curve like this, and it comes from hello world to making an application with like 5 or 6 variables and loops and stuff like this. So, and then I'm out. So yeah, within the next review there are a few After Effects expressions that are using scripts that are written by Microsoft Copilot. So, but also at work, sometimes I have to look up the dimensions of certain items, and normally I would just Google them or just go to the warehouse and measure them, but now I can just simply put in the name of the product and it tells me the dimensions. Because somewhere on the internet somebody mentioned those dimensions. And I also like the Google AI summary. Because let's face it, the Google search has become pretty shit. Like where it was before AI. I searched for a certain topic, nothing really usable came up. Just the same few websites. And yeah. But now, gotta say, I mean, I don't know if something is wrong in the information that it gives me, but at least it looks competent. And at least with the expression I can instantly copy the code into the program and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, I just tell the bot, okay, this doesn't work, let's try it again, or this doesn't look the way I want it. Let's have another one. And yeah, I mean, so yeah. But then of course I also can understand when people are not happy with the typical AI usage, like generative AI that produces images and videos and audio, especially if they are creative persons. I mean, the funny thing is, I also see quite a lot of collectors or figure photographers or like creative people in this hobby using AI to make their still frames, their photos of figures, to animate them. Like they take a photo of their doll or their android and then have them make a small animation via AI, and most of the time it's like basic stuff. It just the figure is like in a certain pose, and based on this pose the program will just think what the next step in this pose will be. So if it's like, if the figure waves, then the video will be the figure waving, and maybe some what comes after wave, maybe like greeting or something. So yeah, and I don't know, it is this looks a bit creepy, I would say, or like uncanny, but it's an interesting achievement. And I don't know if this is frowned upon in the creative community if you do stuff like this, because of course if you are in the art community and you use generative AI, you're basically a person non grata. Nobody wants to speak to you again. So I don't know. But if you are a figure photographer and you use like AI to post short videos of your figures, and I mean I guess it's a cool thing to see your figures move. Because isn't this the absolute dream of every like figure collector? To have those small figures to be able to move like puppets, like small robots, to have them. I mean, at some point we all will have robots in our home. This is like the inevitable future, don't you think? I mean, they even like with the what is called the Tesla bot or Optimus, or I don't know, or even the more primitive ones by Boston Dynamics, at least in terms of looks. At some point we will have like iRobot, humanoid shaped android or robots in our home that do basic chores. And I think this is not a future for like 15, 20 years ahead. This might be only 5 to 10 years ahead. I'm pretty sure. And if you think about it, this could be the next really big industry. Think it like cars, because now basically a car is the second largest investment a person might take in their life or from time to time. If you buy a new car, it would be the second largest purchase in your life, at least until you buy the next new car. And if they really manage to produce even somewhat competent household robots that are like humanoid in appearance, this will be the next big thing. Because what would you pay for a humanoid household robot that does like not all of the chores, but like let's say they can just do 3 things, like washing the dishes, doing your laundry, and cook for you. What would you pay for such a robot? So you never have to cook again, but you still have to buy all the groceries. You never have to do laundry again. And you never have to, what was the third thing? Do the dishes again. But I guess doing the dishes is a near impossible task. I mean, they can fill in the dishwasher, but I don't think they can handle like rinsing dishes by themselves, because like water and electricity is not the best friend. Yeah, but those 3 things alone, how much would you pay? And I guess that's the $1 trillion question. How much is the consumer willing to spend for such a thing? Because if you only sell it to like the ultra rich people, then it's not revolutionary. I mean, basically the ultra rich people of the world can already have those robots in the form of basic humans. So they just have personnel, so a butler or a servant. So there's no real need for a robot then. But if I can, and then of course the problem would be this robot has to be produced by a company, probably a large company like Google or Amazon or I don't know, maybe Tesla. Do you really trust those companies? So I don't know, but I think it's inevitable. I think this is the future, that at some point we will have household robots that are humanoid in appearance, that can do chores. But maybe then it's the same with like self-driving cars. Maybe it's a pipe dream. But the thing, like with self-driving cars, it's like some people say it will never work. But then on the other hand, at some places in the world, like most of the time it's like America or China, it's already a reality. So you hear from all those like taxis that are driving around, like the Waymo, that can already drive autonomously, self-driving. And here, where I live, this still sounds like impossible. This still sounds like the future, because here you don't see any of this. And you won't see this for a very long time, I think. So not every what I try to say is not every place in the world has the same state-of-the-art technology, and it can differ quite a bit. It's the same thing if you go like to a third world country. Their standard of technology is also much lower than ours, but then again, our standard here of technology is also lower than somewhere else. So it's hard to say. You think like self-driving cars are still a thing of the future, when in reality they are basically already here. You just don't see them. But one thing is for sure, the future will never stand still. It always go on, always evolves. And there are two possibilities. Either you adapt and embrace the future and technology, or you don't and you stay still. And this could be a viable option if you are like, let's say, an older person who say, okay, I don't want this anymore. I quit. It's like same as quitting your work. You say, okay, I'm not interested in technological advancements anymore. I just want to live my normal life, and that's okay. But for me, the things I see now in this year of 2026, I know this is nothing compared to what I will see in the future. So what's the point of being upset that some artificial intelligence is using some other people's art or work, when in the future this will be like a thing we just said, okay, nothing to worry about this. Things will be even crazier then. Because imagine, like, if you have a robot in your home from a company that is like constantly online, who doesn't say it can be hacked from a third party and then just rob you from the inside or take you hostage or something like this? I mean, all those movies, they always there's always the thing that when there are robots, like in iRobot, so that the robots are going rogue. They become like rogue AIs and they try to harm people. But it doesn't have to be the robot that goes rogue. It just has to be a third party that hacks into the system and, you know, steals all your stuff. So I mean, because right now they can't do much with your vacuum robot or with your lawnmower robot. But if at some point in time there will be humanoid robots in your house, who will stop them? Not become an entry point for all sorts of people. So, kind of scary. But I still think this is the inevitable future. Because what else is there? What else is there that is unheard of, or that is a thing of the future? I mean, there aren't many things anymore. I mean, yeah, sure, we can venture out to different planets, but I don't see this as an option for my lifetime. Space travel, really can't see it. Yeah, self-driving cars on a real broad scale, big scale, maybe. Eternal life, of course. This would be something if we can significantly expand our lifetime. Sure, why not? But then again, this is depends on so many factors, how long you live, that even if somebody comes up with a way to say, okay, if you live a certain way, you can become like basically immortal. You can't live like this. It's like when the company is saying that a battery runs for approximately this long. In reality, it's always shorter. So what else? What else can we achieve? Besides like total annihilation and World War III or IV. Not much I can think about. Maybe we can just achieve like eternal life with a digital upload of some sort. Like in this one Amazon show. So that we have basically a second life in a digital form, maybe. I don't know. Could be a possibility. Oh shit. Ah. Sticks. Now this goes so fast. This goes very fast. I'm very pleased with the result of this this step here, covering all those stairs in clay. Besides the future talk. Didn't know how I came up with this topic, but I guess because I wanted to make a video about my stance on AI. It's also kind of crazy how fast this situation was developed, because I could tell when we first heard of AI in the form of like large language models, when it was the first time it was in the news and you didn't pay much attention. You said, oh, okay, there is this new program that can like chat with you and give you like answers in different styles, like famous persons or like historical figures. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But then it became like there was every day, you know, there is a headline about AI. As soon as the news starts, when it's on radio or on television, the first thing they will say is Donald Trump. That's almost like 9 of 10 news shows when they come on in the early morning. Like I drive to my work at almost always the same time of the day, in the morning, and so then there will be like the first thing I hear when I listen to the radio is the news, and 9 of 10 times it will start with the words Donald Trump or the President of the United States or whatever. And then when it comes to technology, there's like a little segment each day that tells people about like different things about the state of technology, like the latest controversy or latest developments in internet policy, whatever. 9 of 10 times it will start with, or it will be an AI topic. Most of the time a bad one, of course, like a negative story, like, oh no, AI is doing this and that, and that's not good. But it's kind of crazy, and when it all started, I didn't really pay attention. It's like with crypto. When it started, I wouldn't say I was too young, because this would be ignorant. I wasn't even too young for crypto, because back then I was still I wasn't a child anymore, so it could have reached my attention, but it didn't. And with AI it was the same. I was like ignorant. So what I'm trying to say is another thing, that when you hop on it too late, there is so much stuff that already happened and you have to learn. It's like with streaming here. I mean, I started with streaming like 2 months ago, and everybody else started like 2 decades ago. So, of course, there is this gap in knowledge. And yeah, because I was ignorant, I was just not paying attention. I said, okay, it doesn't interest me to watch any streams, so I didn't look into it that much. But now I thought, well, why not give it a try? So this is the problem with technology. You can't stand still, because otherwise you won't be on top of it anymore. So, okay. Well. So this is my hands right now. That's the downside of working with clay, that you get your hands dirty. But I'm also not a person who works with gloves. I don't like them. Feels unnatural. I have to feel it in my hands. So, yeah. Okay, I also have to estimate how broad I need those clay stripes, so that they are able to cover up the whole stair. Okay. Okay. So music cuts out again. So this isn't the ideal solution either. Maybe I can disable this question. Maybe there is a plugin to do so. So another thing I have to look into later next week. Okay. God, this headset is really killing me right now. Once you concentrate on the pain, it's getting worse and worse. Sometimes you can just neglect it and you don't feel it, but the moment you concentrate on the pain, it's over. So basically I have like 3 more, or yeah, I guess 3 more stairs to go. So this is the last part, and it tapers off at the end, so I don't have to make it this broad, I guess. Guess like this would be enough. Okay. Let's see if I can use this one. I mean, barely, but it will work. But it's too thin. It's too thin. I forget it. I need more material. Need more material, so that I can make even bigger bits, otherwise I will be here all day. And we don't want this, because I have to go to bed, wake up tomorrow early morning, and after I have my morning coffee, I will head upstairs into the studio and record my figure highlights from January and all the things I did in January. So it'll be a YouTube short video, because there weren't many things I did in January. But nevertheless, I will hopefully record this video, edit it, and then have it play at our build stream tomorrow. Because tomorrow there will be a build stream with Okikaze from Akiba Ferret and myself. I don't know what he will build, which kit he brings along, but I will start with my Emma. I know I'm not finished with my architect, still have to do at least three sittings with her until she is painted, but I guess when he is building and I'm painting, this would be a silly thing to do, so I will build as well. And yeah, so tomorrow there will be, there will be a build stream for like 4 or 5 hours, starting in the afternoon at Central European time. And yeah, let's see if we can once again finish a whole kit. This week I also finally I ordered some proper model kit tools and paints, like the good Mr. Hobby stuff from Japan, and hopefully they will arrive within next week, because at any point now I will start with the finish, with the top coat on the architect. So because only when the top coat is done I can rebuild her and have her, I don't know, I mean I wanted to have her in my PC case, but then again I don't know if this is the right thing to do, to have her in my PC case. I really don't know. I guess she's still too tiny for the PC case to really shine in there. And also, since the painted surface is so rough, and with the primer it will remain kind of rough. I'm afraid that she might get dirty. I mean, she will get dirty in a PC, no doubt about it. But that she will get dirty and the dust will stick to her. And I don't have a way to clean her. So maybe I'll just leave it as it is. I mean, it's not like anyone would see the figure inside my PC besides me. And maybe I just go with my original plan and have a smaller doll inside. Maybe a mini doll for Dream, or some Pure Nemo is a larger one, a smaller one. The Iris Collect from A-Zone, or is it Petite Iris? I don't know. So like a 45 centimeter doll. Or I would just use my skeleton. I put my skeleton here in the PC. You can see the skeleton. The skeleton is on the wall. I just received it with the Temu package I unboxed on stream earlier, with all the props. Some of them were surprisingly high quality. Some of them look nice but feel like cheap toys. What's okay, because it's just a photo. I don't have to hold them in my hand. Some of them are really cheap things, but I expected this. And the mannequins, the black mannequins for the clothing store, like for the showroom, they are ridiculous. The amount of mannequins I got, because I really wanted only to have 3 of them, and now I have like 24. So I really have to check the offering of those mannequins, what it says in the description, and how much those cost, because it wasn't much, because if it was expensive I wouldn't have bought them in the first place. But if this is like €4 for all of them, I mean for one set with 8 mannequins inside, it's ridiculously cheap. I mean, this is just really a cheap plastic shell, but then again, I really don't need it to feel nice, I just need it to look nice, and if I put clothes on them, this actually might work. I mean, there are lots of cheap doll clothes online from Temu or AliExpress for like Barbie, the Barbie scale 1/6. And maybe I can modify those clothes to have them represent Jill's wardrobe. I mean, there of course is the iconic pink slut shirt of hers, but then there will still be some other items she wears, or you can buy for her in the game, so I have to look them up. So this is my plan for tomorrow. Wake up, get into the studio, have some coffee, and make my video about the figures. And since I don't have a script, I will just ramble on about it, and then I have to edit it, so that it's not just a mess to listen to. Not like this stream. The streams are really messy. I can't edit my live streams. Can you believe this? I can't edit my live streams. Such a shame. And then of course I don't have food on stock, so I don't know what to eat tomorrow, especially when Oki comes over. I'm a terrible host. I don't have food and drinks. I mean, I have drinks, but I don't have food. I can't offer food. So I guess we will starve like last time when we did the New Year's Eve stream, and when we basically like streamed for 14 hours without any lunch breaks or like nutritions. We had snacks back then. We don't have snacks yet, but still, it was a bit hardcore. We sat here in the workshop later in the afternoon and were quite hungry. So once we finish with the build stream tomorrow, we might have to go to some restaurant, because I don't have food here at my place. And also I don't want to cook or buy some tomorrow. So I guess restaurant it is. But that's okay, because who doesn't like a good restaurant? So all I want to say is that we probably don't stream until late at night. Just in the afternoon and maybe early evening. Because after that we have to pack our things and head out for lunch. And then on Sunday I don't have any specific plans. Oh shit. Just messed up there a bit. And on Monday there is the next build stream. Or should I say paint stream, because I will still paint my architect. Oh, she looks so good right now. She looks so good right now. I'm so happy how this turned out. Even with my primitive method and with my primitive paints and tools, she looks so good right now. I mean, the separate parts. I hope it looks good if I put her together, because I still don't know how this will look. Because I had the whole figure assembled, and then I took her apart, and now it's just back to the separate parts, and I painted them. And yeah, I don't know if she will look good, but from what I can tell, it will look so good. I'm so happy that I really decided to paint her. Because in an unpainted state, she looked so cheap and toy-like and plasticky and ugh. And now I might even consider I mean, I will do a review with her, a short one of the short reviews. And then I might even display her not in the PC, like I said, so I will display her in the main showcase. She earned a spot in the main showcase, most likely. And I guess at some point she might get a company, because I can't assure you that I won't buy the other grand scale frame arm girls, because I really like the scale of those. The small ones are nice, but honestly they are a bit too small for me. It's the same with Gundam. I like the designs most of the time, but then the scale of those models is too small for me. So, yeah. Okay. Will this be enough? To have it sit. Yeah, okay. I guess. Oh, come on. Why is it always like this? Okay. So, toss the times. Oh god, it's midnight already. Oh no, it's already Saturday. Look at the clock. I'm not finished. Not nearly finished. So much work to do. I thought I can take the whole stairs today, but nope. I mean, I guess it doesn't help much that I struggle to roll this out. Okay, let's see. It's this part from here to here. Okay. 3 hours go by so fast on those streams. So, let's see. So I guess I will finish this part here and then call it a day, because it literally was a day. Not that I'm tired or something. I can do this the whole night if I have to. But luckily, I don't have to. What's up with this little bump? This ugly bump. I have to cut this because it will mess up my build later on. Let's see. So now that I received all my props for the photo from Temu, I noticed that I might have to do a second order because of the red velvet thingy that goes on here. Yeah, so I have to order them quite soon because it still takes some time until those things arrive. So I might do this tomorrow or today, for better words, and order this thing as well, this velvet. Fabric piece, and I don't know what's the limit for free shipping is, so I might have to order other miniature stuff as well. But honestly, that's not the problem, because if you it's a horrible site. If you start to look around for a certain item, it automatically suggests you other things you might be interested in, and most of the time I am interested. I think, okay, that's a nice miniature and maybe I can use this at some point, because I don't have a huge catalog or a huge storage of miniature to use in my photos. So I'm not shopping for them all that much. Only if I need them, then I shop for them. But I could like do a big miniature haul each month, just in case I might sometimes need them. But I'm a too cheap person for that, so it's not in the budget to shop for some random miniature things. Okay, so like this. But of course it would be nice to have a big selection on hand and reuse them at any given point. But no. I just order whatever I use and I need. I don't order more than I need. At least most of the time. So okay. So I guess I will just I can't see. You can't see a thing on this camera because it's so white. Ah, here I am. Just let me activate the tracking. Because that's the last step, quite literally, I cover today. And after this I will call it a day. So what did we achieve today? I primed the two pillars with a darker shade of gray. Can you see them? Here. Two pillars. Now they look like the ones on the picture I had in mind. And I also started to add some shades to it. Some darker areas, some lighter areas. And yeah. So hopefully this will look good at some point. And then I unboxed the figure props and found some very good props, some very useful ones, some surprisingly well scaled and well made props, and some of them were a bit questionable. But all in all, it was a good haul. And then I started with the clay on the stairs to cover all the stairs. And this is how it looks now. It's quite huge, huh? And all those stairs up to this point are now covered with clay. And I will now let this dry up until next time. So maybe I find some time next week to work on it again, so that I can maybe finish the clay covering part. But then again, it's still a lot of work. So I have all the front parts to cover, and those are a bit more cumbersome to do, because I have to be a bit more precise. And also I have to cover the whole base on here, so yeah. But yeah, this is, let me bring this over here to my little second place and just take those pillars and put them on top. So yeah. So, and let me show this to you. So this is how it looks. Okay. So that was today's stream. Let me see. How's it doing? Okay. Very well. So, yeah. My hands are covered in clay. It's past midnight, and I have to still tidy up the workshop a bit. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with a build stream here from the workshop with my friend. And yeah, so have a great night, have a great day, and if you want to check in tomorrow when we I built my Emma, and I don't know what Oki is building, what he brings, so it will be a surprise even for me. So have a great night. Bye.